Never think about the future. It will come too soon. This is a quote from the great man himself, Albert Einstein. My attempt is to bring into light the beginnings to the greatness and to the end of Albert Einstein. Well, most of you all, everybody who walks on planet Earth now would always know who the great man is. Even the name Albert Einstein, if the person was not familiar with science even, knows it's somebody really great. But if you look directly into the life of Albert Einstein, was he destined for greatness? Or was he put into that situation so he can gain that particular greatness? We will have a small overview or look into the life of the great man himself and take lessons from his life so that we can enrich our life from the way he lived, from the positiveness he gained and the thoughts he had. In this segment, I will talk about his beginnings, the beginnings of the greatest scientist to walk on planet Earth. Sometimes you need to give fascinating things to the kids to inspire them. Slow and steady wins the race. E is equal to MC squared. E for energy, M for milk, and C for coffee squared. Albert Einstein was born March 14, 1879 in the German city of Ulm to Jewish parents. Now, if you know about the geopolitical situation at that time, the Nazi Germany was coming up. So as a Jew living in Germany, most probably would not have been a very favorable situation. So the beginnings of Albert Einstein was never favorable on the great man. But as life progressed on, even more situations indicated that Albert Einstein was never destined for greatness. Many people know that Albert Einstein was never a great student. Well, he was good in mathematics, but he was never a great student, an all-round student who excelled in all other subjects. In fact, his teacher, Dr. Joseph Dagenhart, famously said that this pupil will never get anywhere in life. Even though Dr. Joseph Dagenhart, nobody knows about him. Because of this statement and how Einstein proved that how wrong Dr. Dagenhart was, the man himself, Joseph Dagenhart, still is etched in history as the person who said that young Albert Einstein would never make it, would never get anywhere in life. But Albert was always very slow. He took everything in his own speed. If you look at the boy, his father was a mathematician who had a business, electrical generation business. So initially, though he was born in Ulm, Germany, the parents moved to Italy and Albert Einstein was with his uncle. And he actually he studied staying with his uncle. And the famous deja vu moment for Albert Einstein was when he was 5 years old and he was sick in bed. Because Albert Einstein didn't have any friends, his father brought and gave him a compass. And the story goes by, Albert Einstein could not sleep. He would look how the compass would always point the north. Whatever direction it was rotated, it would always point towards the north. And that moment, Albert Einstein was fascinated of the unseen, unknown forces which govern planet Earth. This fascination to see the unseen, unknown forces, how they rule and govern the world, brought him into the position to the point where he thought that he could read the mind of God. And he could build an equation no longer than 1 inch that would see and show the beauty of nature and how the world governs. This was known as the unified theory up to his death. Albert Einstein was working on that grand theory. But the seed was sown exactly when he was 5 years, when he was given a compass. And he looked at that compass with great astonishment, seeing it always point towards the north. Remember, even as parents, even as uncles, aunties, even as elder brothers, sisters, sometimes you need to give fascinating things to the kids to inspire them. Majority of us give unwanted toys, sometimes a video game which will not even inspire. But something that inspired the little man when he was 5 years old, and look where the world has gone with the help of his inspiration. And so forth, Albert Einstein did his secondary education at the Zurich Polytechnic in Switzerland. In 1900 he graduated, and even though he graduated, he was, triumphantly fourth in his graduating class. And if you wonder how many students were there were just 5 students. So by any terms, Albert Einstein was not a very great, intelligent or whatever student, but he was good in mathematics. And after 1900, there was great difficulty for him to find a job. Because, as the saying goes, since he used to bunk a lot of university classes, even the lecturers were not happy to give him a post as a teacher assistant in the university. So technically he didn't have a proper job. And in 1901, one of his friends found a job for him at the patent office in Switzerland. So he was a class 3 patent officer, just reading patents that were sent. And this, in fact, Einstein says, this gave him more greater opportunity and time so that he can think and work on the problems that were running on his head. The greatest problems that were running on Albert Einstein's head was, what is light? What is light made of? What does it feel like to run on a beam of light? What if we would travel at the speed of light and look at a clock? How would the time move? These revolutionary ideas, in fact, came into light. Albert Einstein gave out 4 papers, and out of those 4 papers, the first was on what light actually is. Remember, every achievement in life takes time. There is a process that is built. Nothing, even for the very great man, came very quickly. Born 1874, graduated 1900, very few friends, teachers didn't believe in him. His father thought that he was an utter failure when he died. So his father was thinking that Albert Einstein was actually a failure when his father passed away. In the eyes of everybody, Albert Einstein was a failure. But he kept his belief. He kept working in his own pace. And the famous saying that slow and steady wins the race. This is actually true because slow and steadily he came into his goal. After passing out from university in 1900, he actually found a proper lecturing job in 1909. That's a good 4 years after he published his special theory of relativity, including the equation E is equal to mc squared. Imagine that. The world's most famous equation is E is equal to mc squared. I think last week when I was in Colombo, I saw a guy who sells coffee in a coffee shop. E is equal to mc squared. E for energy, M for milk, and C for coffee squared. But that's not what Einstein said. We'll talk about this equation in detail later. But Einstein's equation E is equal to mc squared just revolutionized the idea that matter can be changed into energy and energy can be changed into matter.
It followed from the special theory of relativity that mass and energy are but different manifestations of the same thing. A somewhat unfamiliar conception for the average mind. Furthermore, the equation E is equal mc squared